Welcome to Dayfaring NYC. It's a glorious Sunday evening and the plan is to have a happy hour drink, listen to live music that can only be heard on Sunday, and maybe stop by someplace special in between. Let's see how it went on this Sunday evening in the city. Alright, it's just about 5:30 and we're starting off in Tribeca, which stands for the Triangle Below Canal. We're here for happy hour at Tiny's in the bar upstairs, a lovely 19th century townhouse turned cherished neighborhood restaurant. And folks really love that pink facade. There are two distinct dining areas which are both lovingly restored with original and reclaimed materials. Downstairs is famous for its fireplace dining, which is perfect in the winter. But tonight we're headed up to the bar. Now, there are some tables reserved for future guests, but still plenty of seating for the several couples already enjoying their own happy hour and no doubt, the stunning early evening light. Happy hour here runs from 4 to 6 p.m. daily with some nicely discounted drinks and a few small bites. I ordered the teenies and tots, which, if we're being real, is a bit of a misnomer. There are multiple tots, but only one teeny. I got a classic gin martini and the bartender did not disappoint. But the same can't really be said about the atypical tots. They come in cubes, and although well seasoned and crispy, the interior has an odd chew and texture, almost like a scalloped potato. They weren't really for me, and next time I'll just stick with the drink and maybe some oysters. With tax and tip, the total was about $29. For the talented bartender and terrific lighting, worth a stop for sure. I then headed west through Tribeca to Teardrop Park, a striking little corner of Battery Park City right along the Hudson River. I took a look at the many sculptures by prolific public artist Tom Otterness, and I really recommend investigating the intricate details on some of these. As you can see from these scenes here, there are few better places to park yourself on a sunny Sunday, so the next stop might be one of them. I walked up the river and decided to try my luck at securing a coveted seat aboard a ship moored to the south side of Pier 25. This place is called Grand Banks, and as you can see, it draws a crowd on days like these, especially as the spring and summer get going. I didn't have a reservation, which I recommend getting at least a week in advance, but the incredibly friendly manager made it happen for me. He let me know that they actually are supposed to turn walk-ups away, but will always try to get you in if you're on your own. There was, in fact, plenty of bar seating around me, so if you're coming as a duo, I don't know, maybe stagger your arrival ever so slightly, and, the second one to arrive can suggest sitting next to the stranger with the friendly eyes. Anyway, at this point, it's a little after 7 and I wanted something light, so went off menu and got an Americano, which actually throws a surprising number of bartenders, as they think I'm asking for a coffee. But a senior server quickly intervened and cleared up the confusion, and my non-caffeinated cocktail was great, as was the vibe. The drink came to about $28 with tax and tip, but of course the view comes at a premium. The menu features a nice selection of raw and cooked seafood, but I had planned to have dinner elsewhere. I headed north, and after a short walk to Spring Street, I arrived at one of my very favorite spots in the city, the Ear Inn. The Ear is one of the oldest dining establishments in New York City, and it certainly feels that way inside. Upon entering, you easily forget that it is flanked by the glass-enclosed condominium buildings that have sprouted up on the street over the past 2 decades. Inside, nothing sits at right angles, just crooked crevices lined with knickknacks and trinkets from years past. The Hudson River once flowed right outside its front door, before the shoreline was extended to its current location. During the warmer months, people congregate, converse, and drink on benches set out on the sidewalk. There's a simple menu of typical tavern fare, all generally prepared quite well. I got a Pilsner and a cheeseburger. Nothing fancy, but cooked to temp, seasoned well with a nice crispy char you would expect from a good bar burger. The roasted potatoes or home fries, however, needed salt. The burger and beer will run you about $39 with tax and tip. But the menu plays second fiddle to music tonight, because we're here for the house band. Every Sunday night around 8 p.m., the Irregulars gather in an alcove across from the bar and perform 3 hours of swing and Dixieland jazz. Led by trumpeter John Eric Kelso and guitarist Matt Munisteri, and supported by a rotating cast of players and guests, the Irregulars have been a regular presence at the Ear since 2007, And on Sunday nights, you'll find a devoted following of fans filling all the bar stools and tables. So get here a bit earlier than I did to secure a good spot. There is no cover for the performance, but the band does accept donations to their tip jar. When introducing the band, the bartender began with, "Welcome to the greatest place on earth." Right here, right now, it's hard to argue with that. And that's the evening. If you like what I'm doing and feel so inclined, I invite you to like and subscribe. Also, scan the QR code or click the link in the description to check out my full 7-day New York itinerary, which features the Ear Inn and a whole lot more. Anyway, until next time, thanks for watching.